In a quiet, forgotten village, surrounded by dusty roads and endless fields, there lived a boy named Mark. Mark's life was far from easy. His clothes were torn, his sandals carried more holes than leather, and his pockets were always empty. Hunger often followed him like a shadow, and yet behind those tired eyes there was a spark, a dream bigger than anyone could imagine. But the villagers, they never saw that spark. They laughed at him. "Mark," they said, "a boy with empty pockets should not dream. Empty pockets build no future. Empty pockets earn no respect. Stop dreaming and learn to survive." Each word cut deep into Mark's heart, but he never let the flame inside die. He would look at the horizon every evening and whisper to himself, "One day, I will rise above all of this. My dreams are not small, and my future is not written by their words." Yet as days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, even Mark began to feel the weight of their laughter. Was he truly foolish to dream? Could a poor boy ever change his life? One evening, as the sun painted the sky gold, Mark sat alone beneath an old tree. His stomach was empty, but his heart was heavier. He whispered, "Maybe they are right. Maybe dreams are only for the rich." And that's when he heard a voice, calm yet powerful. "My boy, do you really believe that?" Mark turned, startled. Standing before him was an old teacher, his beard silver like moonlight, his eyes warm yet piercing, as if they could see straight into the soul. Who are you?" Mark asked softly. "Someone who once walked the same path as you," the teacher replied. "Tell me, Mark, why do you doubt your dreams?" Mark's voice trembled. "Because everyone says I'm poor. They say empty pockets cannot hold big dreams," the teacher smiled. "Empty pockets may limit what you carry in your hand, but never what you carry in your mind." Those words struck Mark like lightning. Still, doubt lingered. "But teacher, how can I believe in something that seems impossible?" The old man stepped closer, placed a hand on Mark's shoulder and said, "Close your eyes. Look not at your torn clothes, not at your empty pockets, but deep inside yourself. What do you see?" Mark closed his eyes. At first, darkness, but slowly he saw it, a tiny flame flickering inside. "Small, fragile, but unyielding, I see fire," Mark whispered. The teacher's voice grew firm. "That fire is your ambition. If you feed it with faith and courage, it will grow so bright that the whole world will see it. But if you smother it with doubt, it will die, and you will remain as the villagers believe you to be." Mark opened his eyes. "But what if I fail?" The teacher's eyes gleamed. "Failure is not your enemy, fear is. Even if you fall, rise again. Each step forward is proof that your dream is alive." Suddenly the wind grew stronger, leaves rustled, and Mark felt the world around him shift. The tree, the field, the village, they all dissolved into golden light. He found himself standing in a vast, magical garden where the stars shone brighter than the sun, and every path seemed endless. "This," Mark whispered, "this is not my village." The teacher's voice echoed in the garden, though he was nowhere to be seen. "This is the world inside you, Mark. A world built not from poverty, but from possibility. Every choice you make will shape it. Walk with courage, and it will bloom. Walk with fear, and it will wither." Mark took a step forward, and suddenly the path beneath him split into two. One road was wide, smooth, and filled with treasures, but it faded quickly into darkness. The other was narrow, steep, and filled with obstacles. But far away, at the end, Mark could see a light shining brighter than anything he had ever seen. His heart pounded. He wanted the easy road. He wanted comfort, treasure, and quick success. But then he remembered the teacher's words. "Fear is your enemy. Courage will lead you to your dream." Mark clenched his fists and stepped onto the difficult path. The road cut his feet. The wind howled against him. Shadows whispered doubts in his ears. Yet he pressed on, and as he climbed higher, the flame inside him grew brighter. The shadows tried to scare him. "You will fail, Mark. Turn back." But Mark shouted, "I am more than my empty pockets. My dreams are bigger than my pain." At that moment, the shadows vanished, the path widened, and Mark reached the shining light. There, waiting for him, was the teacher. "You have chosen well," the teacher said. "You see, Mark, life will always give you two paths, the easy road of excuses or the hard road of courage. One fades, the other leads to greatness. You have proven that your fire will not be smothered. Suddenly, the golden world faded, and Mark found himself back beneath the old tree. His stomach was still empty, his clothes still torn, but his heart was alive with strength. He looked toward the village, where the same people still laughed, still doubted him. But their words no longer mattered, for Mark had seen the truth. Poverty may empty your pockets, but it can never empty your potential. And so, with a steady heart and a fearless spirit, Mark walked back, ready to begin his journey, one step at a time. Because dreams do not belong to the rich or the poor. Dreams belong to those who believe,